want to know how to repair something on the cheap, but have it last forever? Come with me. I'm going to show you what I'm working with, what I used, and how it's going to look when it's all done. Plus, the biggest bonus of all, it's going to last forever.
So we have this piece here. I've had this for quite a while in the shop, and I was attempting to remove the base, which I have done successfully, but in doing so, I have made a complete and utter mess of it. So, what is the most economical way to fix this without having to replace the wood base and still be able to make this beautiful? Well, as you can see, we've got a lot of repair to do here. So we're gonna try something out today and see if it works.
So the first step is gonna be to even this out. Whatever I end up doing here won't matter if I don't make this nice and even. So I'm gonna take my sander and just kind of even this and smooth this out. All right, so what's my secret weapon gonna be? This right here. Now I'm kind of smiling because I don't know if this is actually gonna work. This is an awfully big area and we're gonna do the whole thing. I just figured why not try something different as far as fixing instead of replacing, right? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you want to make as much money as possible from your furniture flip. So the more money you're putting out on materials, the less profit. So let's try an economical way of fixing this. Now I can tell you this product dries rock hard. It's like cement. Structurally, it's awesome for fixing things of this nature. I just haven't done anything of this magnitude where I'm going to be doing the entire base. Let's go ahead and get started. If you haven't used this before, let's head on over to my workbench and I'll show you exactly how it works. It's a two-part process. It's super easy. The one thing I can tell you though is it does smell. So you're going to want to put on a respirator, a mask, have a well-ventilated area because it does. Many different types of Bondos. This is the one I recommend, which is the wood filler Bondo. It is different than the automotive Bondo. Now, as I mentioned, it is a two-part product. So you're going to go ahead and put the wood filler, and then this is the activator. This is what makes it dry rock hard. Dries in about 20 minutes and is ready for you to sand. As you can see, I put my gloves on because it's really sticky and messy as well. Now, all I do is this is just a piece of scrap cardboard because you're going to throw it away. I like these little wood. I have these in the shop and I use them for many things, but these little wood depressors, tongue depressors is what they actually remind me of. Wood sticks are great for mixing up your Bondo. So this is what it looks like. You're just going to put however much you think you're going to use. I would say that start with less and build up because once you mix the hardener into this, if you don't use it, it's wasted. So you can always go back and mix more, but if you overmix, then you're just wasting product. We are doing a pretty generous repair, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix up quite a bit with this one. And a lot of people will ask, how much cream hardener do I add? You know, it's one of those things that you just kind of want to add for a big pile like that, about that. So right now, 2 different products. In just a moment, and we got to move fast because this hardens pretty quickly. As you will see, it starts to turn kind of a green color as well. That's when you know you've got it really well mixed in. So let's quickly move on over to the piece because we got to put this on fast. So I'm mixed up and I'm ready to spread it on my piece. And this is all we're going to do. I'm going to take this same piece of wood here that I'm working with and use it to apply my Bondo. And I am going generous with this because we've got a lot of area to cover. Now, from here to here, this is nice and uniform and smooth, so I'm not having to fill a gap. What I'm trying to fill is all of this area here where my wood came off. And there's also a couple holes. So we're gonna go ahead and just smooth it out as much as we can. Like I said, you do have to work quickly. It does dry awfully fast. All right, so now we wait for it to dry. I'm gonna give it about 20 minutes and then I'll hit it with my sander. Now I may have to go back in certain areas and add some more Bondo. You really won't know until you sand it smooth, but I'm pretty happy with the fact that I didn't waste any of that product. I gauged pretty well. So let's wait for this to dry, come back in 20 minutes, sand it up and see how it looks. All right, let's zoom in here on the work that was done. I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. Now the key is when you're sanding the Bondo, you can see how this kind of goes into a fade. We want to make sure that you get any harsh lines smoothed out. This is perfectly smooth and I'm happy with the way this came out. This little area here, and I had a feeling I might have to go back in with a little bit more Bondo. It's got a little air hole here and then a little mist coverage right here. So I'm gonna go back in with a second coat and then this will be good to go. And I'll share with you the next step. Okay, so we're ready for our next step. I have moved the piece into my spray room. You don't need a dedicated spray room, but you do want to follow along that same path. Be working in a well-ventilated area because our next product is a smelly one. I also suggest wearing a respirator or some sort of a mask. The product is our primer. Today we're going to be using the Rust-Oleum Filler Sandable Primer 2-in-1. I love this product. It is convenient to use. It is inexpensive and it dries down pretty quick. So let's go ahead and get our primer on our piece so that we can get to the most exciting part and give this piece a makeover. All right, I hope that was a helpful video for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are not subscribed to my channel, why not? Go hit that subscribe button so you're notified when all of my latest videos come out and you'll be a part of the Born in a Barn community. Thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next video.